Hey there, it's Wolf and I thought today I would just randomly make a video showing you guys how I like to prepare either trout or salmon. And it's really plain, really simple, and really easy to make. And it only requires 3 key ingredients. First, your choice of fish, in which case I have chosen salmon. You can get a nice fillet, at the grocery store. And when I do this with trout, I use a whole trout, including the head, because I actually like to eat that part, which you want to debone before you cook it to make things easier. And if you don't like the head, cut it off. You don't need to cook it. Next, you'll need some good old kosher salt and butter. And of course, some tin foil to wrap the fish up in when you cook it, and a nice pan just in case to catch any extra dripping stuff. So, step number 1, turn the oven on to 375. Just right there. And let that go. I'm going to have to guess when mine goes off because my oven doesn't like to tell me these things. Next, take your fish. Grab your fish. If you prefer, you may remove the skin. I like the skin just as I like the heads. Now, I've got some bones in here that are not going to make me happy later, but I don't feel like taking the time to remove them. After I touch a fish, I like to go to the good old sink and at least rinse my hand off with hot water. Fish, I'm not so worried about as I am with chicken and stuff. Since I'm holding a video camera, I can't fully wash my hand. Next, you'll want to take your butter and just get little slices of it and put it on your fish, if it'll get off my knife. Now this is probably plenty of butter. It's kind of like an add to your liking thing. If you want a very buttery fish, go ahead and add more. If you don't want a buttery fish, go ahead and add less. If you notice, I didn't spray the pan down because how much butter I usually put on, it usually goes under the fish and it coats it pretty well. If you use less butter, you may want to go ahead and spray down the tin foil to make sure your fish doesn't stick, or if you want to just be extra careful. Next, we will get some kosher salt. I haven't put the camera on. Get some, just kind of, that's a little much. Just kind of sprinkle a bit into your hand or into a spoon or whatever it is you want to use. See, now that's probably going to be too much. I doubt I'm using all that. Okay, sorry. Odd camera thing. This is why having a cameraman helps. Next, while you hold the camera with your neck, just kind of, okay, I'm just going to do this with one hand. Get little pinches of it and evenly sprinkle it. You can see the salt on there. Yeah, that's putting salt on it. Now I have extra in my hand, so into the sink with thee. Now, once you get your desired amount of salt and butter, go ahead and your fish up. When you do this with 2 hands, it's a lot easier. I used a lot more tin foil than I needed to do also. I'm sure that if you want, you can also just kind of leave that open face, but I prefer to cover it because then it kind of generates the heat better. And then you just stick that in the oven for 15 minutes, or until the fish is fully cooked and is a lighter, well, in my case, for a salmon, a lighter colored pink instead of that nice darker pink. You can also throw this on the grill. I don't know the exact cooking temperature or time for a grill because I don't have one. But you can just kind of eyeball it, I suppose, and wait until the fish is darker and looks like it's fully cooked. So, until then, enjoy your meal. Hope it comes out as well for you as it usually does for me. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and show a finished product since I know how to edit videos now and can do that. So here's my fish. It's been cooking for I think 20 minutes because I kind of forgot about it. And I like to just point out one more thing that I like to do. As you can see, there's all the butter in the bottom. Now you can serve it and just kind of rub the butter over it, but I don't like my meal to be that buttery. So one thing I like to do is kind of keep the tin foil folded at one end so you don't make a mess, and put it on a slant where the fish will be raised above the butter. And just kind of let it sit like that for a little bit while the butter's still hot until most of it collects at the bottom there. And then you have one handsome, fully cooked looking fish that's already even flaked off a little, so that's going to be good. And doing it this way is probably a little bit healthier for you. Hope your fish came out great. Have a good time.